There's a moment most people have with money that they don't talk about out loud. Nothing is technically wrong. The bills are paid, the paycheck arrives, life looks stable, and yet there's this quiet discomfort in the background, a sense that if one thing breaks, everything starts to wobble. That feeling isn't anxiety, it's information. It's your financial position trying to get your attention. In this video, you're going to see where you actually stand financially, not emotionally, not socially, but structurally. You'll understand how people are silently ranked by the financial system, why income is one of the most misleading signals we rely on, and what truly separates people who feel stuck from people who feel calm. By the end, you won't just know your rank, you'll know why you're there and what genuinely moves you up. Most of us were taught that money is about effort, work harder, earn more, stay disciplined. But adulthood quietly exposes a flaw in that thinking. You see people earning strong incomes who are constantly stressed. You see others earning less who don't seem worried at all. Same economy, same inflation, same uncertainty. The difference isn't intelligence or motivation, it's structure. Money doesn't reward how hard you try, it rewards how your life is built. There's one question that cuts through every illusion. If your income stopped today, what would happen next? Not eventually, not after help, not after miracles. How fast would pressure show up? Days, weeks, months? That answer quietly places you on a financial ladder, whether you're aware of it or not. Most people avoid this question because it feels threatening, but it's actually clarifying, because money problems rarely come from income itself. They come from dependence on income. Income is loud, it shows up on pay stubs, it's easy to compare, it feels like progress, but income is also fragile. It can stop suddenly, it can shrink, it can disappear for reasons completely outside your control. The system doesn't rank you by how much you make, it ranks you by how much pressure your life is under. A high income with high pressure is still low ranked. A modest income with low pressure often ranks higher. That is the first mental shift most people never make. This is where most adults live. Even if they don't admit it, money feels tight. No matter how much comes in, every month feels like a reset. Unexpected expenses feel personally. Car repair isn't just inconvenient, it's destabilizing. A medical bill feels like a setback instead of a cost. You might be responsible, you might be hardworking, you might even be well paid, but if one surprise can knock your life off balance, the system considers you fragile. Fragility isn't a character flaw, it's a structural one. And structure matters more than effort. As income rises, something subtle happens. People don't just buy nicer things, they buy longer commitments, higher rent, bigger payments, more fixed costs. Each decision feels reasonable on its own. Together, they harden your life into something expensive to maintain. From the outside, it looks like progress. From the inside, the pressure barely changes. This is how people earn more and feel no safer than before. The system doesn't reward looking successful, it rewards margin stability. Feels like relief bills are predictable, savings exist. Money stops shouting all the time. For the first time, you can think, but stability is conditional. It works as long as income continues, as long as health holds, as long as nothing major changes. You not drowning anymore, but you're still dependent on the system behaving. This is where many people stop climbing. Not because they can't go further, but because calm feels like success. Safety means you can handle problems. Control means problems don't dictate your choices. Most people never experience control, so they don't realize how different it feels. Control removes urgency. Urgency forces bad decisions when you're rushed. You accept less. When you're calm, you choose better, not because you're smarter, because you're not scared. Flexibility changes how money feels in your body. Decisions slow down, reactions soften. You stop operating in survival mode. You don't need to grab the first opportunity. You don't need to tolerate every situation. Money becomes a buffer instead of a threat. This is where people start optimizing for quality of life instead of survival, and that shift compounds quietly over time. Flexibility requires restraint, not upgrading everything you can afford, not turning every raise into a new obligation, not confusing can with should. This goes against social pressure. Flexibility doesn't look impressive, it looks boring, and that's why so few people reach it, even with good incomes. Financial independence isn't about quitting work, it's about removing force. You no longer required to trade time for survival. Decisions aren't rushed. Stress isn't financial. Work becomes optional. Pressure fades ironically. This level rarely looks flashy. The absence of urgency is the signal at this level. Life feels steady, not extravagant, not dramatic, just calm. Time becomes the most valuable currency. Money fades into the background. People here don't talk about it much. They don't need to. Nothing is chasing them. Most people don't fail financially. They plateau. They stop climbing once discomfort fades. They stop questioning once stress drops. But the biggest gains come after relief. Moving higher requires resisting lifestyle pressure and choosing structure over speed. That's uncomfortable, which is why it's rare. You don't move up with dramatic gestures. You move up by removing dependence. Less dependence on income, less dependence on timing, less dependence on everything going right. Each layer you remove raises your rank. Slow progress in the right direction beats fast movement in the wrong one every time. So pause here, not to judge yourself, not to compare, just to notice. If income paused tomorrow, how much pressure would appear, and how fast. That answer isn't permanent, but it's honest, and honesty is where real progress begins. Wealth isn't built by intensity. It's built by consistency and structure, by protecting margin, by choosing calm over comparison, by valuing control more than appearance. Most people chase the feeling of progress. Few build the foundation of it. You don't need dramatic change. You need aligned movement. That's how financial rank changes quietly, steadily, and permanently.